I remember the first time that I got a job. I was a shop rat. I was the kid that, like, after school, race to the shop and hang out like I worked there. And usually they would like put something in my hand just so that like I'd look like I was doing something there. I did that at a few shops, but the one that I always wanted to work at, I just would hang out and hang out and hang out until they gave me a job. And then the owners found out that I had gotten a job. And about 2 months into working there, and I was killing it. I mean, I can sell pretty much anything. And so selling my life and my passion and getting to be on the floor that was everything. I left my job at the bank to go work in a shop. My parents were like, "What are you doing?" And then suddenly I got taken off the schedule. And I was really perplexed. I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Oh, it's getting slow. And, last hired, first fired, but we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back." A month goes by, 2 months go by. Long story short, a few months go by and I realized like I'm getting the runaround. And I went back to the bank. And fortunately, they gave me my job back, but I was confused. And finally, I got a call from the guy who was the manager at the bank. My manager came and said, "Hey, this person won't get off the phone. You're not supposed to get calls when you're on the line. Go take it real quick." I run back to the break room and it's my friend Aaron, who I knew from high school. And he said, "Hey, man, this thing's been bothering my conscience for the last few months. So I just had to call you and tell you, you did not get let go from the shop because we were slow. The owners forced us to let go of you because they said that you being Black didn't fit the image of the shop and that we should have consulted them before hiring you. So it's been killing me. And if there's something that you want to do about it, just, let me know." But I had to get this off my chest. And I remember hanging up the phone and being like, wait, what did this person just tell me? And it took a long time to overcome that. And as I continued to navigate the industry, there were just all sorts of times where people wanted to call into question whether or not I should be doing the job I was doing. Like, wait, why is he here? He doesn't possibly do it the way we do. I remember when I was at ESPN, I used to go by my full name, Salema, before my nickname Sal became this big deal. And the president of the network said to me, "Hey, we can't put that on the screen anymore. How are people in the Midwest going to like digest it? They see that name and it's confusing. So, let's just go with Sal." And I was like, but it's my name. And why can't it just be on the screen? If people want to call me Sal, when they're talking to me, that's fine. But that was my grandfather's name. That's my name. And I let it go. But it never felt good. It never, ever, ever felt good to me. And finally, one day I just was like, I don't want to be easily digestible in a country that continues to call into question whether or not we should be in certain spaces, like having to prove, like, no, I'm overly qualified to be accepted in this space. And I took my name back and I said, I'm going to go by Salema. And if that makes me not digestible and I got to go have a different career, fine. But I'd rather be able to sit in the fullness of who I am as a person and stand tall than always get called this thing that someone else said I had to be in order to be acceptable to people who don't even know me. I had a friend, a couple of years ago say to me, he said, if they can say charcuterie, they can say your name, whatever that may be.